body parts suspect will remain behind bars. His case has been postponed to the 26th of November. He appeared briefly in court today. Meanwhile, Gauteng police say they are yet to identify the person whose body parts were found in the suspect's fridge in Protea Glen in Soweto. The gruesome discovery was made by the suspect's partner. It's alleged that the suspect attempted to take his own life when he was being apprehended. ENC's Mangoba Mchunu is following that story fast. Is joining us now live. Mangoba, good afternoon. What happened in court?
Well, but then it was a very short court appearance here at the Protea Magistrate Court, and we do understand that the suspect had just been discharged from hospital when he was then taken to the police cells, where he has been questioned by the police about the particulars of this murder. So what we do know so far reliably from some of our sources is that the 26-year-old suspect, Flavio Hlabangwane, has now confessed to killing the victim, but at this particular point we have not been given the details as to who the suspect may be at this particular point. That forms part of that investigation but by police. But also coming out from that, we do understand that he's also agreed to cooperate with police in terms of trying to locate the rest of the body. We recall, Braden, that on Saturday the body parts that were found inside those plastic bags inside his deep freezer included part of the limbs, the hands, as well as the legs, and so the rest of the body, the head, the torso, has not been located at this particular point. But what we did see on Saturday at the scene, when forensic experts were combing that scene, we did see police making some discoveries at the back of his car in his boot, taking out some clothes that appeared to have mud. And also we did hear that some of the clothes that were taken out of that vehicle had blood stains on them. So those have been taken in for forensic analysis. We do also understand that a post-mortem and a forensic investigation is also going to be conducted on the body parts that were found, and DNA profiling is also expected to be conducted. But at this particular point, Badan, it's still unclear who the victim is. There has been no one in terms of family that has come forward to look for this victim or the remains of that victim. And so far, police at this stage also not confirming whether there was a missing persons case that was filed by any of the family members in this particular case. So the details are still really sketchy, understandably so. It is a crucial investigation that police are conducting here, but certainly this murder sending shockwaves to the residents of Protea Glen, who say that the suspect must face the full might of the law.
Yeah, and what we understand, Mangoba, I don't know if there are any more details, if you know anything else about the partner who was there at the time, who's the one apparently when she opened the fridge, she saw the body parts and raised the alarm with the neighborhood.
Indeed, Praten. So what we do understand is that this was a new girlfriend that Hlabangwane had come with to that rented unit where he stays. We do understand that he had been in contact with her through social media. It was actually the first time that she had visited him. She arrived on Friday evening and had spent the night there at his house. And what we do understand is that in the early hours of that morning on Saturday, she had then complained about hunger, the fact that she wanted food, and Hlabangwane had allegedly told her that there was no food in the house. So he then stepped out to go to the shops to buy food, and that's when she actually went to the fridge and opened the fridge to see these plastics. And when she did open these plastics, that's when she made that gruesome discovery of a hand, allegedly a female hand. Pretend we've been told by one of the friends that was there at the crime scene. He says when he saw those body parts, the size of those body parts, he thought that it could well be a female victim that was in that particular bag. But at this point, that has not been confirmed. But what we do know is that the suspect had been staying at that particular rented house for over a year, and he was staying with a girlfriend at that particular house. But the details as to who she was or whether or not what happened to that partner, whether she went home or what is the case, we still don't know. But what neighbors are saying is that they had been seeing her for quite some time up until last month. That's when they didn't see her around that particular facility. But at this particular point, of course, what we do know from one of the friends is that he says, according to a confession that was made by the suspect just shortly after being apprehended on Saturday, he did indicate that this victim was known to both him and his friend, and that it was somebody very close to him. But more details on that, I think the police will unveil as the investigations do continue.
Thank you very much, Mangoba Mkhunu, for the latest on this story that's developing this afternoon. The court case, of course, has been postponed now to next week sometime.